日本時間2月24日、米メディア、ファウルテリトリーでは、ドジャースの大谷翔平選手が3月に開催される WBC で登板する可能性や、ドジャースでの調整について語りました。前日の練習後の囲み取材で、もし WBC で米国との決勝戦となった場合、9回に自分から投げると監督に進言することはあるかとの質問に対し、大谷選手は、どうですかね。最後にトラウト選手が出るということになれば、あるかもしれないですね、とコメントしていました。このコメントに番組コメンテーターのもと、ヤンキース、エリック・フラッツ氏は、翔平大谷がブルペンで半イニングでもウォームアップし始めたら、ドジャースの関係者は即テレビ消すと思うよ。と、その理由について語る場面も。ここからは、その様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
You know what's crazy? Kratz, you look at spring training basically just starting games on Friday for the first time. It's now Monday. And many guys are already on their way or just about on their way to work with their World Baseball Classic teams. So we can bring up Shohei Ohtani, for example. Yamamoto pitched an inning the other day, and then Dave Roberts comes out and he's like, good job, good luck in the WBC. Ohtani's getting all the WBC questions. Should we stir some controversy up right off the jump here and go over what he told everyone about a potential pitching performance in the WBC, even though the Dodgers don't want him to pitch? We can show a little Ohtani talking about the possibility, the inkling of a chance.
So ninth inning, it could be Japan versus USA in the World Baseball Classic. You have said, and the team has said, you're not pitching. Do you feel like you will, is there any guarantees that you won't volunteer if they need you in the ninth inning, or do you feel like you're disciplined enough not to do that?
最後にトラウト選手が出てくるなら行くかもしれないですけど。Hard to say, but if Trout shows up, it's tempting.
So you're saying there's a chance? What's all this 1 in a million talk? No, I know. AJ's going to be the adult in the room. He's going to say, no, he's not going to do it. And the Dodgers would be like, they would turn the TV off. As much as I think Andrew Friedman and Brandon Gomes wants Team USA to win or Japan, whatever their rooting interest is, they would turn the TV off if Shohei Ohtani would even warm up for a half an inning in the bullpen.
Yeah, I think that it would be great because everyone remembers the way the last game ended with Ohtani striking out Trout on just a filthy, filthy pitch. So I think it would be great. But listen, the Dodgers come first. The health of Shohei Ohtani comes first. So I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be really cool if it came down to Aaron Judge, because Trout's obviously not playing this year. If it came down to Aaron Judge or Bobby Witt or Cal Raleigh or Bryce Terang or Will Smith or one of the many other stars on the Team USA versus Shohei. But to be honest with you, I hope USA has about a 7-run lead in the ninth, and we don't have to worry about it. They can worry about striking out Shohei to end the game this year.
And just to clarify for those that were asking in the chat, no Mike Trout in the World Baseball Classic this year. They wanted him on the roster. Insurance does not clear him based on the recent medical history for him. So, AJ, do you think that Shohei Ohtani would consider it if it was a tight game and he saw ninth inning Judge looming? No, you don't think so? You don't think we would get a rerun of last time around?
I think he would probably like to do it, but I don't think the Dodgers will let him, and I don't think Japan would do that because Japan would have to answer to the Dodgers, and I don't think, and God forbid something happen, right? No, let him hit, let him play, and like I said, USA is going to have about a 7-run lead in the ninth, so it won't really matter. If Japan gets there, by the way, because they could lose to Czech Republic or something along the way.
Sure. Doubtful. Japan's going to be stacked this year. They have a really good team, and it keeps getting better there too with the talent flowing through. But do you think that for Shohei, he's got the unique situation of not being able to pitch in spring training games, that the Dodgers might ease him into the season? It sounded like they're going to let him eat. Like, for example, Mark Pryor was on Dodgers territory a couple weeks ago and said, hey, I'm excited to see a full run here. I think Dave Roberts mentioned, bless you, I think Dave Roberts mentioned how, he could be in the Cy Young conversation. Well, if that's going to be the case, I mean, he should be pitching in week 1 of the season. He's not going to pitch in a spring training game until most likely late March. Like, he might get 1 start. He's going to do sim games. He can't do both. He's the only guy where you can't. I mean, if you're not pitching in the WBC and you're not playing in spring training or pitching in spring training, he's hitting in the WBC. I know he's Shohei. How many games does he really need to pitch in spring training? But it is still a thing.
He didn't pitch last year before he pitched.
Yeah. Well,
he went on rehab last year,
much
Scott.
later.
Yeah, but he also ramped up with sim games before they threw him into big league games. We asked this question last year. How's he going to be ready to start? But because they have one major advantage, Scott, do you know what that major advantage that the Dodgers have over every other team?
Salary cap
spot.
The extra roster spot because of Shohei. They get an extra pitcher because of it. It's funny, right? And no, salary cap is not the answer, Kratz. And or deferring of money is not the answer either. But they get the extra roster spot so they can cover him because Major League Baseball wants Shohei. They want these unbelievably good two-way players. Now, we've only found one of them, and his name is Shohei Ohtani, and that's why they made the rule. But they have an advantage because of that one roster spot that they can use because he can start a game and only go an inning or 2, and then they can bring somebody else, whereas another team doesn't have that luxury because they would have to use a pitcher that they might not necessarily wanted to use in that way.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of laid it out last year, how it worked out. Just going to start it in April now. I wouldn't even be surprised if he doesn't throw more than 3 innings in a game until mid-May. And that's not going to be because of it. It's just going to take – you think about the fact that it takes 6 weeks of spring training for teams to feel like they have their starting pitchers where they need to be. Now, last year he wasn't up to 95 pitches his first outing in the big leagues, but this guy's – he's a unicorn for a reason. And, they've already had kind of the blueprint of how they'll do it. But do you want him to ramp up super fast and then have to slowly go down and then ramp back up as they're going into the playoffs? No. So I think it's just to be a crescendo, just like it was last year, all the way to the end. And Cy Young, sorry, I don't see that happening. That is not a knock on Shohei Ohtani. If there's anything that he can't do, I just don't think the schedule will enable him to win a Cy Young. Does he have the ability to? If he only pitched and he made all 32 of his starts, yes, he does. But something has to give, and it's just, that individual Cy Young award, and that's okay. I think he's got enough other awards that he has.
Yeah, you're saying he's not going to rack up enough volume during this season?
Totally. I mean, you would have to have him. You would have to have him be this something ridiculous, 100 innings, 200 strikeouts, something that we haven't ever seen. And again, it's not a knock on him. It's a knock on just the fact that what he's doing is so difficult to put in enough work to fight against the other guys who will eventually win it.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。